Absolutely, and the problem here is that we get more focused on deployment than we do on adoption. Uh, and this goes back, I mean, I remember the introduction of email in the workplace. Some of you may as well, where IT said, here you go, everybody, email, Godspeed. And nobody made the use case for it. So every employee came up with their own ways to use email. And the other problem was, of course, that they were additive. They didn't introduce email and take away your fax machine. So I could send you a fax, and if you didn't answer the fax in an hour, I'd send you an email that said, hi, did you get the fax? So you had two messages to deal with. But nobody's focused on the use case. And this is, by the way, another role for employee communications. Internal comms, I believe, is facilitating message mission control and establishing the culture of messaging in the organization. Deloitte managed the introduction of Yammer in a company. I've seen Yammer rolled out in so many companies where it's a dismal failure. Employees go out onto Yammer. There's been this massive campaign. Yammer's here, everybody. Go check it out. It's great. And they go look around and they leave a message that says, here I am checking Yammer. I'm not seeing much here except messages from other people saying, here I am checking Yammer. What Deloitte did was they found a group, a department, a team, mostly older men, interestingly, who had risen through the front line, the hourly work environment. But they dealt with a lot of exceptions in the course of a day. Frontline workers don't deal with a lot of exceptions. It's very routine. Maybe they'll get a damaged part down the conveyor or the line will shut down, but generally it's very, very routine and repetitive. In information work, we deal with exceptions to the routine all the time. I don't know the answer to this question. I don't know how to solve this problem. And we have to go out and find the answers. So they trained this team, which their study said dealt with an extraordinary number of exceptions during the workday. And they trained them to use Yammer to address those exceptions. And their productivity skyrocketed. So when they launched Yammer throughout the rest of the organization, this was the case that was presented to the rest of them. Plus, the members of this team were recruited to serve as mentors and spokespeople for Yammer. And in this organization, Yammer ended up being a resounding success because it was genuinely used and recognized as a tool for sharing and acquiring information and following people, just like we do on Facebook, because we like them. In the company, we follow them because what they share helps us in our jobs. It helps us understand and make connections and establish context. So yeah, these tools can be rolled out very, very effectively, but employees really have to understand the use case for these tools. And